been a while since I've done one of these vlogs. So it's around this time of year that I start getting bombarded with questions from new jets. That's right, a new crop of jets are coming right on in at the end of July, and maybe later depending on if you're group A or B or even C, it depends. But new jets are coming in. So if you are a new jet, you're probably going under a lot of anxiety right now because you either don't have your placement yet, or you just got your placement and you're researching and trying to figure out everything you need to know and prepare yourself and get lots of ESL books and try to catch up on what's popular in Japan, and you're just kind of going to explode. It's okay. Breathe in, and out. I've created a list of 10 things that you should know before coming to Japan, just to kind of help you acclimate yourself in your preparation for leaving whatever country you are coming from to Japan. So get a notepad ready, take some notes. Number 1, get as much money as you possibly can. Do all kinds of weird jobs. Just get a lot of money. There are a lot of expenses, I know, and it's overwhelming, but just try to get as much money as you can and buy stuff from your predecessor. If you've already started talking to your predecessor, great, and if not, you will soon. They will probably be trying to sell you stuff in their apartment. And you might be thinking, well, they're moving out. They're not gonna use the stuff anymore. They can't take it with them. Why do I have to pay them for free stuff in the apartment? Your predecessors also have a lot of expenses. If you can try to pay your predecessor for the stuff in their apartment, that's really great. And we all understand how stressful it is to come to Japan because we did it. So we want to make it as easy for you, but we also need it to be easier for us to leave. So rule number 1 is just get as much money as you can. Rule number 2, have lots and lots of copies of your paperwork. Bring copies with you, leave copies at home with someone you trust, and have them put it in a place that is easily accessible and not in a box in the attic somewhere. Also, if you're bringing a laptop, bring your recovery discs. You don't want to go through the pain that I had to go through. Number 3, in your carry-on, pack a towel and a fan. It will be very, very hot and very humid when you get here. You will sweat a lot. I don't mean a giant beach towel, I mean just like a hand towel. Although the beach towel might come in handy. Number 4, if you have lived in Japan before, if you've done perhaps study abroad, or maybe you vacation here, don't be the jerk at orientation that tells everyone else how they know so much about Japan because of that experience. It's not necessarily going to be the complete opposite of your experience. If you had a great time in your study abroad, you can have a great time here too. It's just going to be different. There's new location, new job, new living conditions, new people, new everything. Just don't expect it to be the same thing as last time. Number 5, when you get to your new location, go out immediately and explore. Do not hide in your apartment like some people did. Go out and find the little quirks and quaint places of your town. Find where other foreigners live, but do not trap yourself in the foreigner bubble. You'll hear more about the foreigner bubble at orientation probably. Just go out, explore, paint with the colors of the wind. Number 6, don't believe everything you've seen in anime. Do not come here under the assumption that everyone loves anime just because it's a very popular thing and it's a really big image of Japan is anime and robots and things like that. It's not everyone's into. It's actually kind of a minority here to really like anime. I'm not saying don't be an anime nerd. Be an anime nerd. It's awesome being an anime nerd. Just don't expect everyone to be anime nerd. Number 7, I know I'm telling you a lot of do nots, but I've seen people who do these things and it's bad. Do not come here thinking that you will have full control of the class and you will change the Japanese system of education. You will not succeed. You might have an impact on your school, and that's great if you get really involved and you kind of get a lot of more control. But don't come in thinking that you will have full control of the class and it'll be just like teaching in America, because it's very different. We can talk more on that in another video. If you have further questions on that, questions below. Just know that you're an assistant here. It's in the name. Assistant language teacher. You're not necessarily the main teacher unless you get a really awesome JTE who wants you to control the classes and write the lesson plans and all that stuff. And that's great if they do. Lucky you if you got that. Number 8, get used to the phrase easy English. I hate this phrase so much. I was so confused by it when I first got here because I thought the English I was using was easy. But it's not. My first year I said I can do this and I was told, oh, you can't say that. They don't know the word can yet. They don't learn it till the next semester. So when they say easy English, they mean the easiest English in the world. Talking to a baby English without the goo-goos and gagas and stuff. That's just weird. Number 9, at orientation, you might hear something called the stages of culture shock. I hate this presentation so much. They will explain to you that there are 4 stages of culture shock, and that's not necessarily how culture shock is gonna work for you, because culture shock happens differently for everyone, and you might not even experience it. Do not dictate your life by these stages. Do not be the person at the next big ALT get-together that's like, oh my god, I'm totally stage 2ing right now. No, sweetie, you're not stage 2ing, you're PMSing. The stages are not written in stone. They don't even necessarily happen in the order that's presented to you, and they definitely do not happen for the amount of time that it may be presented to you. They can happen for any amount of time. You might have stage 1 for the first couple weeks, and then stage 2 for 3 months. Really, I'd like everyone to just ignore the stages of culture shock because it defines too much that cannot be defined. But if you go through a horrible stage 2, talk to someone about it. There's all the jet lines and stuff, or just talk to a friend or maybe a stray cat in the alley. They're good listeners as long as you have fish and pet them. And number 10, the biggest piece of advice I can give you, do not panic. Just take a lot of deep breaths. If at any time in your first couple of months here that you're feeling really overwhelmed and you want to freak out and explode, just calm yourself. Find something that helps calm you down and relaxes you, whether it be going to karaoke or taking a walk or making YouTube videos and talking to puppets. That's cool too. It's totally normal to do that. I hope these tips were useful to you and they didn't freak you out too much. Just keep remembering the breathing thing. If you have any further questions about coming to JET on the JET program or living in Japan at all, or anything, or especially if you've been placed in Fukui, let me know in the comments. Ask me any questions you want on Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter. And if I did scare you, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I just want everyone to be well prepared. There will be future videos like this very soon for your benefit, but if there's a specific topic you really want me to talk about, put that in the comments right now. And I will see you next time, cuties. Bye! Trucks. Fly away, truck, fly away. So if you are a new jet, cough. That's the rule. If you're a new jet, cough.